All right. Get ready to start a new lesson on this evening. The title of this lesson will be darkness. Though I give the lesson the title, there is a few things that I will be discussing other than that. So without further ado, we're gonna just get right into it, starting with Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. You see, that can be looked at as a mystery, if you really look at that. In my opinion, I say it's a very deep, dark mystery. It's plain, just like how it reads. Also, there's a mystery behind it. I'm the type of person I like to delve into the diverse mysteries. That exist. You see, America is known as modern day Babylon. They follow a lot of the same customs and things that ancient Babylon followed. You see, of course, he's added his own little twist to it, give or take a few things. Overall, it's pretty much the same. Deceit, darkness, etc. So, now that we know what Babylon is, we can say Babylon. And by the way, sorry, if I speak plain like that. My main targeted audience are people that's newly coming into this thing. If you've been in this thing a while, then you may have some things to say about my order of operation, so to speak. But most of the videos I do are specifically targeted for people that's coming into this thing. Pull you into this truth, and then once you get in, then you can start watching different videos from different brothers, different camps. It's a lot of Hebrew Israelites out there. That's bringing out this truth. Not necessarily have to be in a particular camp of some sort. You got brothers that's doing their own thing. It don't matter at the end of the day, long as we all working for the same person, and that's the Lord. The script says diverse orders of operation, but at the end of the day, we all doing the same thing. We all working for the same person. Nonetheless, I digress. I just had to state that these lessons are intentionally designed for people that are new to in this thing. Okay. Now that we know what Babylon is, or yeah. Now that we know what Babylon is, we can now know that Babylon encourages women worship. Satan, which is Esau, the physical counterpart. Because you got, I guess you say two Satans, but you have two forms of Satan. You have the spiritual demon Satan, and that's the one you can't see, but he's bound. But if he was loose, everybody be dead. That's what scripture say. Flesh would be saved. But you do have his physical counterpart, which is Esau. Now he's carrying out certain tasks of Satan, but he's not the spiritual demon Satan, because a spiritual being can kill thousands or millions without even nobody even knowing why they died, man. But nonetheless, having known that, having known that Babylon encourages women worship, If you really pay attention around this kingdom, that you can actually see it. You know, the system is biased towards the woman. You know, if you're in a relationship and the man he defends himself from the woman, the police are gonna lock the man up. Why? Because this is the kingdom of the woman. You see, it says, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die." You see. Now, the mystery that I want to get into about it is how the woman went off and she ate the fruit that God said don't eat. You see, and that was the beginning of sin, and through that act of sin, we all died. You see, so you got to look at it like this: Eve went off. The woman went off on her diet, and as a result of her going off on her diet, we all die. You know, and why do we all die? Because if you look around this kingdom today, everybody is going off on their diet. Did you know the only thing that's food is fruits and vegetables? Everything else is death and darkness. That's why the title of this lesson is called Darkness. Because you got to be in darkness whether or not you want to admit it if you're not eating fruits and vegetables. Bottom line. If you're not eating fruits and vegetables, you're in darkness. You have to think life or death. If you think life, you know, you're going to consume life. What's life? Fruits and vegetables. You might have a fool that say, well, a rabbit is life. A chicken is life. Well, if it's life, then eat it while it's alive. You're an herbivore, you're not a carnivore. Carnivores have fangs. If you're a carnivore, you get your butt out there and you get on all fours and you hunt your food like how the carnivores do. If you're a meat eater, then you get out there and you hunt your meat like how the lions do. You get on all fours and you creep up on it. And when you get close enough to chase it, you chase it on all fours, catch it using only your teeth. Like how wolves do. When wolves hunt and catch prey, the only thing they got to grab onto their prey with is their teeth. You are not built to get out here and hunt these animals. Yeah, you know, the scriptures say you can eat meat, but you go right ahead if you want to eat it in this kingdom if you want to. You're in darkness. Because you don't know what meat that animal came off of, for one. For two, your body is not designed to get out there and hunt meat. Now, the scriptures, now you will have a big controversy because people will say, oh, the scriptures say you can eat meat, this, that, and the third. Some advice for me to you would be, if you want to eat meat, you get you a baby calf. You raise that calf from a baby all the way to an adult. You kill it. And then you cut it up and eat it. That way you know what you're eating this cow. Secondly, you know that cow didn't eat nothing but grass and didn't eat no M&Ms and macaroni and cheese that this beast feeds these cows at these farms. You know, that's why I say Babylon encourages women worship. Why? Because that's all pertaining to darkness. You see? See, when the woman went off on her diet in the garden, that brought forth darkness into the world. You see? And now, vast majority of the nation is in that darkness. And it's hard for you to see that they're in that darkness if you're in it. It's hard to see the darkness if you're in the darkness. You know? You get a better view of the darkness if you're at a distance in some light, you know? You say, okay, that's the darkness over there. I'm in the light over here. But if all you see is darkness, then you're in darkness too. You know, and of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. We've all died before now, you know. We've all died before in our past lives. We're back today through the process of regeneration, you know. That's the Lord's way of, that's the Lord's purging process, so to speak. Babylon, the woman queendom, you know, they're killing everybody through diet and pharmacy, man. You know, when you eat that stuff sits in your body, man. You need fruits and vegetables. Why? Because that's life. Your body is a living vessel. Therefore, you need to consume living foods in order to sustain it. Otherwise, what? You eating dead foods, guess what? You're dead. You know, some people don't care. You know, that's fine. But, as it says, man, let the dead bury their dead, and you're going to remain among the congregation of the dead. And when he say you're going to remain among the congregation of the dead, that's talking about when the deliverance happens. Who everybody left, that's the congregation of the dead. And it's going to be wailing and gnashing of teeth. You know, this woman queendom, they're killing everybody through diet and pharmacy. These devils know what food is, man. These devils know what food is. They know fruits and vegetables is the only thing that's really food. And the rest of this shit is death and darkness. These devils know that. Why you think they making sure they people eat salads and oranges and they got a McDonald's on every damn corner where you stay, and then they got a damn funeral home right next to the damn Popeyes and shit. It go fast food restaurant, funeral home. McDonald's, funeral home. Taco Bell, funeral home. Because that's your next damn step. That's where you going next. If you keep eating that damn shit. But it's alright. Some people don't give a fuck. But it's alright. You gonna give a fuck one day. You gonna give a fuck. He destroying everybody through diet and pharmacy, man. He know that fruits and vegetables are what will really heal your body. Did you know that rather than give you the fruit and vegetable to heal yourself, or give you the seeds to grow the fruit and vegetable in your backyard so that you can sustain yourself, he got a farm. He sent his SWAT team to make sure you don't grow no fruits and vegetables. He got him a farm and he growing fruits and vegetables there. He take them fruits and vegetables, extract the nutrients from them, and then he makes pills, and then he'll sell you that. Then why the fuck you can't just give me the damn fruit and vegetables in the first place? Why you gotta grow it, turn it into a pill, and then sell it to me? He does that to keep you coming to him, you know? It's one of them give a man a fish and feed him for a day type shit, rather than teach him how to fish and feed him for life type shit. So that's basically what this beast is doing, man. He like, oh, give him a fish and feed him for a day. So keep you coming back and back to the beast and keeping his beast system going. That's the primary objective. Keep the piece of shit running as hell. You know, keep the engine running until it fall out. Drive to the training, fly to the damn off the damn hood, man. To keep the engine running until it flies straight out of the damn hood. You know, this beast knows exactly what he's doing, man. With the medicines and you know, the pills and all this shit. And then he put bleach, ammonia, peroxide, alcohol, all that stuff in that medicine, man. So you know, eventually, basically, it's you know, in the long run, it causes more harm than help. The scriptures say what's supposed to be for their benefit, let it be a trap. You know, the medicine is supposed to be for a benefit. But yeah, he put a little nutrients in it, but he also put all this bleach in it and shit too. So yeah, it kind of heal you a little bit, but it's doing more. This beast makes sure it do you more harm than good. So that's why y'all better recognize where you at. This is I like to refer to this place as man's sleep world. You know who man is, right? Well, you know who the son of man is. If you know who the son of man is, then you know knowing who man is, figuring out who man is shouldn't be too difficult. You know the son of man. So man has to be the father. That's why I like to call this man's sleep world. I want to go to man's awake world because I'm tired of this shit. This damn deceit, darkness, and you know, sheeples in general. This is sleep world. We want to go to awake world. This is dead world. We want to go to alive world, where the only thing they eat is fruits and vegetables. You ain't got to worry about being fat. You ain't got to worry about getting sick. You ain't got to worry about, you know, none of that bullshit. Nothing that's associated with a death die. We're going to move over here to Proverbs 18 and 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Okay, now we know that the Lord deals in mystery, and we also know that to you is given, to them it's not given. So not everybody's going to be able to receive the hidden manna. Not everybody's going to be able to receive the mysteries. But doesn't mean they don't exist. They're not there. It just means that certain people can get it, certain people don't. Certain people get it, certain people don't. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Yeah, it could be referring to what you say. Don't get me wrong. That's you know, that could be what the way the Most High put it, you know, for the masses to see. There's an underlining meaning to that as well, you know. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. It could also be referring to what you have a taste for, you know. Because remember, anything you eat, man, is either life or death. Anything you eat is either life or death. And chances are, man, if it didn't grow out of that ground, is death. Chances are, if it didn't grow out of the ground, it's death. So if you always got a taste for death, man, then that's what that's what exactly what the scriptures is talking about. You have death on the power of your tongue. Now some people have life. Like I say, it's a big mystery. Some people have life in the power of their tongue, but they're in darkness. They deceive. So in actuality, they have a taste for life. But to man, it appears as if they're consuming death. They're consuming death, but they have a taste for life. They're consuming death because they're in darkness, and the only person that can bring you out of that darkness is the Most High. He the only one that can bring you out of that deep sleep and that darkness. Otherwise, you're gonna remain a sleeper and a sheeple just like everybody else. If the Most High don't bring you out of that darkness, you're gonna be a sheep, a sleeper. So that's a big mystery. If you want to look into it a little more yourself, you can. But Spirit just got on me to bring it out, so I did. So let's move over here to Exodus chapter 10, verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And as I mentioned earlier, America's modern day Babylon. America is also modern day Egypt. So when the scriptures say that there stretch out thine hand that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, yep, you guessed right. There'd be darkness over this bitch. Is what we really want. And what's that ultimate darkness? Esau already came out with a documentary called American Blackout. And that's his way of giving a depiction, so to speak, or just a preview of what's to come, man. In my opinion, it's going to be 100 times worse than that. But that's just Esau basically giving you an idea. As to the darkness, because it's coming, but the Lord has it time to happen at a certain time. So when the scriptures say, Moses, stretch forth thine hand, that there may be darkness over the whole land of Egypt, that's talking about that could be talking about modern day America. You see, because when the Lord put His Spirit on these men, His men of the Lord, this is gonna be a darkness and a big blackout over this whole land, a big power outage. Because from what I can receive through the Spirit, the minute that power leaves Esau, it comes to the elect. Now I could be wrong, but that's what I say. From what I can receive through the Spirit, the minute that this will be a power transfer, the minute that power goes off in America, the elect men get it. That's why he came out with that video game called Second Son. He was going around zapping all the power out of the signs that withheld the power after the blackout. Everything goes off, but you still may have a few things where they still got a little electricity running on backup generators or what have you. I don't know, but that's probably why they came out with that video game Second Son. You see, America is modern day Egypt. You know, oh, let me. All right. Okay. Darkness could mean blackout. You know, as I just mentioned earlier, power outage. That's what's coming because when he said, "Stretch forth thine hand towards heaven, that there may be darkness over all the land." That's physical darkness. That's a physical manifestation of it, so to speak. There's also spiritual manifestations of things. A spiritual manifestation of darkness could be deceit. So when the Lord says darkness in the Bible, you got to really pay attention, man, to see whether it's talking about physical or spiritual darkness. Because, you can be in the light physically, but as most Americans are, you can be spiritually in the light. No, you can be physically in the light, but spiritually darkness. Excuse me for that. You can be physically in the light and spiritually in darkness. This just like how vast majority of the public is today. The spiritual darkness is the deceit. You're eating cake. You're eating pies. You're eating donuts, cookies. And it's all made from the same thing. The dung that come up out of man. That's the spiritual darkness. The spiritual deceit. That's basically a result of a lack of knowledge. That's pretty much all that is. The darkness and the deceit comes into play where in areas where there's a lack of knowledge. But the Lord put His Spirit on His men to be able to shine a light through the darkness, so to speak, spiritual. The state of being uninformed. The saying, left in the dark. That all falls under the category of spiritual darkness. So, saying that to say, the public is already in spiritual darkness. And they've been in it for a while. It's only a matter of time before they get in physical darkness too. Now, not only are you in spiritual darkness, you're also in physical darkness. You see? People who are in darkness are usually the people, that are they're just not aware of what's going down around them, They're not aware, man. Say even darkness which may be felt, man. Trouble and darkness with a shade of anguish would best describe it. All right, let's move over here to Psalms 141 and 4. You see, because you gotta really come out of this darkness, because this devil is on the loose, man. This physical demon Satan, who is Esau. That's the white man. That's the physical demon Satan, you know? Now the average Edomites that you see walking around, the average crackers you see walking around here, they're in darkness. They don't even know that they Satan. And as I mentioned, you know, darkness is just simply a lack of knowledge, uninformed, not aware of what's going on. You know, that's darkness. And a lot of the average Edomites you see walking around, they in darkness, man. They don't, like I said, they don't even know that they Satan. You know, but this beast, the beasts are the ones who are higher up in the echelons, like the bankers and the Rothschilds, the Bilderberg. That's why they hanging themselves and stabbing themselves in the neck and blowing and shooting themselves in the heads, man. They finding out that they're Satan and they ain't too happy with it. So a lot of them newer ones are finding out they Satan. Some of them they been know that they was Satan. The Most High is bringing their judgment on them, and they see that judgment coming, man, and they getting up out of there. They killing themselves, and a lot of them faking their deaths and going to their bunkers because they plan on staying in them motherfuckers. They plan on staying in their bunkers because they know it's a wrap. The curse is starting to kick in on his ass, so it's a wrap for him. We're gonna move over here to Psalms 141:4. Incline not my heart to do any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity. And let me not eat of their dainties. You see? The scripture's telling you plain, man. This is a Psalm of David, you know? So this basically David was telling the Lord, Lord, please let me not to eat of their dainties. And what are dainties? Treats, desserts, entrees. Like I mentioned earlier, you eating cookies, cakes, pies, and all that other stuff. You going to Panda, you getting those entrees. Let me get that the orange chicken and the pulled pork and the sweet and sour pork and all that other bullshit. Sleepily, you know? And if you don't want to be a sleeper no more, then start trying to learn something else. You see? David said, let me not eat of their dainties. David knew that this beast was up to some shit, man. With this food. He's like, man, Lord, please don't let me eat of his food, because he'd be back there putting all kind of stuff in that stuff, man. And how he be making that stuff. I don't want to eat none of his shit he got. You see? David was like, man, Lord, please don't let me eat of none of his cakes, his pies, his donuts, none of his dainties. I don't want his pizzas. He can cook some fried rice, and I don't want none of that shit. I don't want no filet mignon. I don't want no damn steak. I don't want no damn hamburger. No damn cheese. What you call it? Whatever. All this shit, man. All this bullshit, man. I was finna say some damn triple cheese, but it's just as the same as a damn hamburger. But you know, let me not eat none of they dainties. I don't want none of his shit. Like this, you know. And you should have the same attitude, man. When you leave that grocery store, you should have mostly fruits and vegetables. Stop eating this stuff this beast packages up. You don't know what he putting in them packages, man. Stop eating his shit. He's shitting in the damn bag and then hand it over to you and you gobble, gobble, gobble. Stop eating this shit this beast gives you, man. Stop filling yourself up with this shit. You can fill up on this shit if you want to, man. You filling up on death, and that's exactly what you're gonna get. Put to damn death. You keep eating this shit this beast sells. Here we are, David here talking about, Lord, please don't let me eat of his dainties. Because he be putting all kind of stuff in that food. You better, you eating that stuff? The time is coming and it's vastly approaching, man, to where consequences for following the death diet is going to start coming into play, man. Them curses going to kick in on you, man. The consequences, you already see some consequences for following the damn diet. You blow up out of proportion. You're not supposed to be gaining all the damn weight. If you eat fruits and vegetables, you don't have to never worry about getting fat. You don't have to, just stay out of the darkness, man. Stay out of the deceit. You already seen some of the results of following the death diet, man. You already see some of the consequences of following that diet. And we vastly approaching a time where the Most High gonna rev them curses up, man. And if you following that diet, you're gonna suffer the harsh consequences of following it, man. I hope you gain something from the lesson. Until next time, may God bless you.